Hello everyone and welcome back to Jen Bear Designs, and this is my video tutorial on how to make a pop-up card. Here we have my card stock. It's a 12 by 12 inch card, and the first thing I'm going to do is trim it down to size. 12 by 12 works out at approximately 30 centimetres square, which will give me a card with the edges 7 centimetres. So here I'm just trimming off a centimetre along the edge that will leave me with a 29 centimetre edge, and then I've still got the long 30 centimetre edge there. Now I'm going to cut it into half. Each 12 by 12 will make me 2 cards. So I'll have 2 cards, each measuring 7 by 7 square. There we go. So I'll just get rid of one half of the card. Now the piece of card I'm left with will measure, it's about 29 centimetres by 14 centimetres. Here we go. I'm going to start scoring the lines now at 7 centimetre intervals, not meters. So there you go, 7, 14, 21 and 28, and that will leave me a 1 centimetre piece to act as a flap to glue it all together with. There we go. I'm just measuring it carefully. And now that final 1 centimetre one, you get a lovely view of my roots there. Just being very careful to get it absolutely dead straight because I don't want a wonky card. My trimmer doesn't line up exactly at the top, so I have to use the grid lines on it. I'm just folding it up so I can see how the card folds. So you can see each side is 7 centimetres, and then I've got that 1 centimetre fold there to glue it all together with. Now then, I'm going to score 3 of the panels halfway down, so 7 centimetres down. They're scored so that it'll fold open the card when it's made. I'm just going to use my scissors to cut down now to that centre fold line. I've only scored 3 panels because you don't want the back panel to fold. That's going to stand up straight the whole time. And I'm just going to cut off the excess bit of card at the top, which you don't want. So I've got a nice neat flap now to glue it together with. There we go. And just folding those flaps back on themselves, so when the card opens, you see the green. I'll just neaten it all up. And I'm going to use some PVA glue to hold it all together with. I've got my PVA. That was a bottle I used to dye my hair with. Excellent. Reusing these bottles with the very fine tips for my PVA. Right, I've got some little pegs here. They are excellent little gadgets to have around. I've got quite a few now. I've been collecting them. They're used for Christmas cards usually, but they're great for holding craft work together when you're making something. Now I'm using Tim Holtz, I think it's Crazy Birds set. So the first thing I'm going to do is just stamp those images onto a piece of watercolour paper. I haven't got a big acrylic stamping pad, and I don't intend to buy one. I use that is a piece of old packaging off one of my dies. It's really sturdy, you can see right through it, and it works like a charm, so I don't see why I need to buy an acrylic pad, to be perfectly honest. There we go. Now mixing thirds up, so I'm getting quite a few different ones. I won't use them all on this project, but then I've got some spares that I store for next time. I'm using my watercolours. It's just a very old set of watercolours I've had for a long time. And I'm just going to quickly, there you go, perfectly in shot, that bird, isn't it? Quickly adding some colour to my stamped images. You'll see them in a second or two. Adding them as nice and bright and cheerful as possible. That's possibly the best painted bird you've never seen. There we go. Just adding the orangey red. While it's on my brush, I'm using the same colour all over, so I don't have to keep washing my brush and wasting my watercolour paints. There we go. Oops, it was a bit dark, never mind. It doesn't matter if I'm going out the lines because I'm going to die cut these when they're dry and painted. There we go, just slapping on that colour, making them as beautiful as I can. I'm not being accurate at all because I'm going to die cut these out, so it doesn't matter if it's out the lines. As long as the colour inside the birds is nice, that's all that matters. So I'm adding extra colour just to add interest to them, putting some shadows in, giving them the effect of 3D, and that's the first view finished. So in a second you'll see the full page of birds all painted in. When I die cut them out, they'll be ready to use. There's my box, it's dry now. I'm going to cut a piece of contrasting paper into squares. I think they're 6.5 centimetres squares, so they'll leave a little green edge showing around on each flap. There we go, I'm just using the trim again, lining it up very carefully. Because it's a square and a cube card, everything's got to be very straight, or if it's slightly off, it shows really badly. So I need 3 of these 6.5 centimetre squares, and then I need 1 which will be 6.5 by 13.5 for the back panel. There we go. Just making sure they're all square and ready to go. I need a new cutting blade on my trimmer. It leaves little furry bits on the paper now, so I have to go around with my scissors and neaten up every cut. I've glued those bits of square paper on, so you can see how the card folds flat. So it'll go in the normal 6 by 6 inch envelope. Just make sure all the folds work perfectly. Now then, remember that piece of card we cut off right at the very beginning? I'm going to use that to make the stands inside the card. I just wrap it round the flap as you just saw me do there, trim the ends, and then I glue it inside the card, just like that, to make a stand to glue my birds onto. Put some PVA on it. I used to use a double-sided tape, but then it kept letting go and cards kept falling apart, so PVA from now on. And then it's trusty old pegs will come on to hold it all back into place. There we go. If it's slightly too long, when I fold the card up, it'll recrease, so it'll be fine. There's another piece of the card that I've trimmed off. So I'll put 2 or 3 of these in, and then attach my birds to them. I'm just folding it and creasing it, put the glue on. You don't want those flaps too long because otherwise they'll catch. As you're folding the card, you need a little gap between each piece of card on the inside as it folds. See when I'm putting those pegs? Those are the flaps I'm talking about. You just want them just long enough to hold them in place. So there's the 2 flaps in there. Put that to one side. These are my Tim Holtz birds. I've die cut out and they're ready to go into my card now. So, you start at the back and start gluing them into place. I think I'm going to get out one of my pens now just to add some extra detail because I think some of the cards have lost their edges. I'm just running around the edges with that pen to give it a bit of extra definition so it looks like it's properly finished off. Adding some bright cadmium yellow to that bird, just to brighten it up a bit. Adding some shadow. Just those little extra details to make it look beautiful. PVA my trusty bottle. I mean, you can buy big bottles of PVA. Works out far more economical than buying the small bottles. And I just keep filling the same bottles over and over again. Oh, just stick them in. And we're ready now to start building up the card with lots and lots of little birds. So just start placing them. Yeah, it's a bit sticky. Okay. Because these birds have got very flimsy feet, I'm cutting pieces of card and sticking them to the back of the birds to give them a little bit of extra strength, so they will stand proud and their feet won't fold over. That's what you can see me doing now. I'm just sticking that card on the back of the bird to make it super strong. And then I'm worrying, do I trim it so it fits around the feet? If I trim it, it'll be weaker. If I don't trim it, it won't look as nice. So I decided to trim it and hope for the best. There we go. I'm gluing that one inside the front piece of the card. So you can see his feet lined up with the top of the card and another little plastic peg to hold him in place. Okay, and that's what we keep doing. Adding the birds, put them onto little strips of card to strengthen them, and adding extra details with pens and things as I see fit. Now his feathers I didn't like. They were very floppy and I felt on the card they might just get badly damaged, so I just cut them off and snip them off neatly. And there you have it, there's the card with its birds in place. So I'm just going to take out the pegs because it's all dried now. And you can see I've started adding some butterflies as well, just to make it a little pretty card. I want to add a cloud of butterflies coming out of the back of the card, and I was sitting thinking about how to do this for quite a while. So there you can see me thinking. I got out a paper clip and I thought, well, if I stick the butterflies to a paper clip, maybe that would work. But I couldn't get the paper clip, I just couldn't get it to work in the right way. It's too inflexible. I've got some florist's wire now, so next time I'll have a go with that. So instead, you'll see me in a minute, I just basically glued the butterflies together with the glue gun. And the glue from the glue gun strengthens them enough so they will stay upright on their own without that support from the paper clip. There we go. Just going to fasten these together. A couple of contrasting colours, just in shades pink, peach, and the darker ones I think are purple. And there you can see how I've got the butterflies in a little cloud coming out of the card. So now I'm just adding some extra little butterflies around and about on the card just to finish it off so it looks pretty. There you go, that's the final little butterfly on the front of the card. Now the front's finished. We've got detail on all the flaps and the birds with the butterflies, but if you turn it round, this is where you write your message and it just looks a little bit boring. So I'm going to use the same green card that I've used to decorate the flaps. I'm going to use the card itself to measure the size so I get it right. I'm just tidying up those edges. Again, my trimmer, I need to buy a new blade. So using the card and pencil, I'm just going to mark off where I want to trim the card down to get it exactly the same size as the back of the card. And there's another shot of my roots. It's a good job I've had them done recently. Again, neatening it off. And then I'm going to take out the centre of the card to make a little frame to put on the back of the card. Just make it look nice for when you're writing in it. So I'm measuring you can't see because my head's in the way, doing a centimetre frame using the guidelines on my trimmer to help me. And just popping that blade down in the middle, making sure I've got it all square. There we go. Keep turning it round so you can see. I'm slowly cutting out that centre frame. I have got some rectangular dies, but they're just not quite the right size, so I'm using my trimmer for this job. Pop it out and just neaten it up with scissors. There we go. Just get rid of those little bits of paper that I haven't cut neatly. And then I'm going to glue it onto the back of my card to finish the card off. I'm just finishing that neatening off to make sure we get a really smart finish to the card. I really must buy a new blade. I think I've got one somewhere, I just have to find it. Right, I think that's it now. And then you can see how that will fit on the back to make a nice frame for you to write your message in. Good old PVA again. I do like using PVA. It doesn't let go, like the double-sided tape, and it also means you've got wriggle room. So if you don't put it on exactly right, you've got time to move it before it sets. That's a very old paintbrush I use there, just to get a nice even covering of blue all the way round. Just making sure it's on nice and straight. There we go. And space there to write your message. Just neatening up, taking off any little bits and pieces. Possibly the glue gun. The glue from the glue gun's dripping down a little bit, so I'll take those down. And adding some little bits of glitter. Just some sparkle into those butterflies. Some dots, random dots here and there. Give a little bit of extra interest to the card. There we go. Try to get in everywhere where there's a butterfly. Now we'll just have to leave that one to dry. And that should be the job done. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. There'll be lots more coming up very soon, so don't forget to subscribe and then you can keep up to date with everything that I'm doing. It's cards, sewing, painting, crafting, you name it, I'll have a go at it. And I think that card is now finished, all done and dusted. Thank you for watching.